Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman versus Joaquin Buckley goes down this Saturday night. And this will be Usman's first time competing in the octagon since October 2023, where we last saw him against Khamzat Chimaev. And there's a lot of questions sort of surrounding Usman's return. Like, how is Usman going to look after all this time out? Like, is he going to be able to come back after 2 years and be an active, young, strong, and confident contender like Joaquin Buckley? I mean, we're going to find out this weekend, but Buckley has literally been more active. He's fought 4 times since Usman's last fight. 6-fight win streak with 4 of his last 6 wins being by stoppages. And what I don't like about this matchup for Usman is the fact that these veterans in the welterweight division, they're getting cooked right now. You got Leon Edwards on a 2-fight losing streak, lost his belt, and then just recently lost to Sean Brady. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, he lost to Buckley, who Usman's fighting, and before that, lost to Shavkat Rakhmonov. And then Bilal Muhammad, another veteran, lost the belt to Jack Della Maddalena. Gilbert Burns on a losing streak to JDM, Brady, and now Michael Morales. It's like the new generation at welterweight is taking over, and I just don't know if a guy like Usman is going to be able to come in clutch for the older generation, you know? Like, I know he had a good third round against Khamzat, but are we going to see the same Usman who gave Khamzat all he could handle? He's on a 3-fight losing streak. Okay, he lost twice to Leon, which is pretty embarrassing because I don't think Leon is that good. I mean, I know he was winning the second fight until the head kick, but then the trilogy, he didn't look as good. His wrestling wasn't as dominant as it used to be. He wasn't really able to take down Leon as frequently as the fight prior. Leon was able to defend a majority of Usman's takedowns or get up when taken down. And we know that Leon has a weakness against wrestlers as shown against Bilal and as shown against Sean Brady. And you're not able to maul Leon on the ground with your wrestling 2 fights in a row. If he can't do that to Leon, is he going to be able to do that to Buckley, who has better takedown defense than Leon, who has better get-up ability than Leon? And I think Buckley is more dangerous than Leon Edwards. I mean, Leon is the more technical striker, but Buckley is more dangerous than Leon when it comes to his punching power, his explosiveness, his ability to close that distance. And I believe in that close range against Usman is where Buckley is going to have an advantage on the feet against Kamaru. Now, Usman, in the striking, he's not that bad. Like, he could hold his own. I believe at a long range, he could do well. His long punches are pretty good. He's got a good jab. He's got a good straight cross, a good teep kick. But he's just not consistently sharp. Like, overall, Usman's punches are very sloppy. And then on an occasion, he'll, like, throw, like, a really clean straight right or a really clean jab. But like I said, it's not consistent. Now, what I will say is, Usman is a better version of Buckley's last opponent, Colby Covington. And we all know that Usman is better than Colby in all areas. He's a better striker than him. He's more powerful than Colby, better wrestler than Colby, better takedown defense than Colby, just as good of cardio, just as good of pressure. So on paper, it should be a tougher fight for Buckley than Colby was. But like I said, it's the age of Usman, that he's older, pushing 40, and just he hasn't fought in a while. It makes it hard for me to pick Usman to win. Like, if this was a prime Usman, I would pick Usman all the way. I think a prime Usman could beat Buckley striking, he could knock Buckley out, and could easily dominate Buckley with his wrestling. But like I said, Usman just isn't that guy anymore. He's just not the same Usman that we've seen from that 2019 to 2022 run that he was on. That generational run that Usman went on, I don't know if we're going to see that same Usman. And he's held on to that third round success against Khamzat for years, but he hasn't been active. He's just been sitting on his ass, on that pound for pound podcast with Cejudo, bragging about how, oh, I won round 3 against Khamzat, and if I had more time, I would have won that fight. But he's done nothing since then. Now, fair play, he's been nursing some injuries, so maybe this layoff could serve him well, that he's had time to heal up. Maybe he could come back refreshed and in form, but I doubt it. I think he's going to come back rusty and even more diminished than he was a couple of years ago. And in that case, I got to go with Joaquin Numansa Buckley to beat Kamaru Usman. Usman might hold his own on the feet, but if he's going to win this fight, he has to be able to consistently take Buckley down and keep him down. But if you're not doing that to Leon, you're not doing that to Buckley. So I think it's mainly going to be standing, where Usman's going to be in a lot of danger. He might land some good shots, but I don't think he'll be able to get Buckley's respect. I mean, I know he knocked out Masvidal and he knocked out Burns, but I just don't see him knocking Buckley out. It's possible, but Usman is not that 2021 Usman anymore. So I think this stays standing. Usman might get a takedown, but can't keep him down. And I think eventually Buckley will find that chin of Usman and get him out of there, probably inside 3 rounds. I'll say like round 1, Usman starts kind of hesitant because he hasn't fought in a while, and Buckley will be aggressive and switched on, but Usman's able to avoid that home run shot and survive. Then maybe round 2 might be a better round for Usman. Maybe that's where he gets the takedown and controls Buckley, but then Buckley gets up towards the end of the second round. Then round 3, Buckley really amps up that pressure, and then he finds the chin of Usman. He finds that shot, lands clean, and then puts Kamaru Usman away and retires Usman. And that will be the official end of the older generation of the welterweight division, as sad as it is to say. I'm a Kamaru Usman fan. If you follow this channel long enough, you will know that I've rooted for Usman. I've supported him. I backed him in pretty much every fight, but I just got to be realistic here. I cannot be biased. I hope I'm wrong, but we'll see. With that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Can Usman come back after all this time and get it done against someone as young and as dangerous as Buckley, or is his time done and will Buckley win? Like and subscribe, and peace out.